What does it take to ascend to 5D consciousness? Let's talk about it. For years, we've been talking about how Earth and humanity are ascending from a 3D consciousness to a 5D consciousness. 3D is where Earth has always sat. It's very polarized. It's very black and white, yes and no, good or bad, same or different. Whereas 5D is less so. 5D is more heart-based and love-centered. There's more inclusion and more tolerance, more love, more peace. So how do we get there? I always teach you that meditation is a huge component of that because it opens that heart center and your other chakras, and it helps to raise your vibrations. And that's true. That's all very true. And you should keep doing meditation every single day, at least 15 minutes. However, that's not the only thing that you have to do. Sometimes I get messages or comments asking about, what do I do if I feel like I have plateaued, like I've only made it so far and I'm meditating every day, but like what else do I need to know? So that's what we're talking about today. As I said, meditation is essential, but it's only a piece of the puzzle. Accessing the 5D consciousness takes more than knowledge. And it takes more than just meditation. It takes more than studying spirituality. It takes more than knowing how to talk the talk and to have the words to say, talking the spiritual ease, if you will. 5D consciousness is accessed through the heart center. It's all about love. It's about having that heart chakra open and unblocked, fully accessible. And it's about having all of your actions in alignment and attunement with that heart center so that your actions are love-centered and heart-based as well. No matter what information you've retained, what studying you've done, how fancy you are with the words, if you're wanting to access those truer, higher planes of consciousness, not just the false light that can sometimes come through with tricksters or with that lower astral space, but the true light. If you want to access that, no matter what you're doing, you have to access it through the heart space. It has to come through the heart center. You can be learned and you can know all the things to say. You can even be awake and know that there is so much more than meets the eye, so much more than what we've ever been taught. You can even be knowledgeable about the fact that everything stems from love. But until you learn how to access and embody that love and expand every day, you're not going to go very far. There's only so far you can go. You're going to plateau. So how do we do this? What do you do? Well, first of all, as I said, it's about accessing the heart center. It's about opening the heart. So yes, keep meditating every single day. It's important. But in addition to that, you need to be doing the work that it takes to unblock your heart chakra so that there aren't old traumas and baggage and things like that that will block that up and stop you from accessing that heart center. Next, you're going to want to renounce your lower ego. There's the higher ego that serves you for your highest and best good. It's what makes you eat. It's what makes you want to keep going every day. Then there's your lower ego that's full of ego, and it's full of what about me and old destructive patterns and habits. You have to renounce that lower ego and those lower behaviors that keep you stuck in that lower behavior and in those lower frequencies. Anything that keeps you stuck in shadow. Heart space is about light, it's about love, and shadow is the opposite of that. It's the absence of that. So you not only have to live in an intentional way that renounces those lower behaviors that are counterproductive, You have to do the shadow work, and you have to renounce and be willing to step away from any of those patterns or behaviors that are counterproductive. But then you have to also align yourself with higher things. You have to set your intentions to align yourself with that higher Christ consciousness that you're wanting to access. And when I say Christ consciousness, I'm not talking about Jesus. When people call him Jesus Christ, they're referring to the fact that Jesus embodied the Christ consciousness. Not that his last name was Christ. His last name was whatever Joseph's last name was, if you believe in Jesus. His last name wasn't Christ. He embodied the Christ consciousness. And the Christ consciousness is that innate, infinite, divine frequency of love and light that is our natural state of being. It lives in everybody. You have to remember how to access it, though. You have to be intentional about accessing it. And it is that frequency that naturally takes over as your heart opens. Christ consciousness cultivates qualities like love and peace and patience and humility, compassion. So what I recommend doing, I saw this somewhere and I've been doing it, and it has greatly helped me. Every single day, I set the intention and ask for help to attune my energy to that of the Christ consciousness and of my higher self, because that's your higher self's natural state of being. Help me to attune my energy to that higher state of being, to the Christ consciousness. Help me to renounce. My intention is to renounce all lower behaviors in my lower ego that would interfere with that or prohibit that in any way. Please help me in any way that you're able to help me, directing that to my guides, to God, to the angels, whoever you choose, one or all of them. And then keep meditating. But when you say those things, mean them. Like, set the intention that I want to attune my energy and open my heart. When someone speaks with me or deals with me, I want them to come away feeling like they just dealt with Christ, or that it mirrored back to them that Christ consciousness that lives in them. I want them to feel love. I want them to be affected with that love. I want to be a world changer for good and for love. And I want to renounce anything that would get in the way of that. I hope that helped. Do that for a couple weeks. Do it for a month every day and see what you notice. And then come back here and tell me. Leave a comment letting me know your thoughts on this. Leave a comment letting me know how it went. And if you haven't yet, please hit the like and subscribe buttons, because it helps my channel so much and it helps get this information out to people who need it. All right, go expand your consciousness. Keep going up, up, up. Open that heart. All right, until next time.